score them. Ole, ole. Kofi Andrea, you go score them. Ole, ole. Jordan Inaki Williams go score them. Ole, ole. Defend them, Baba, Brahman, Baba, Brahman. Praise them, Baba, Brahman, Baba. Salisu Rodoi for the back. G2 Pate on the back. Jordan, are you dead? Control the battery clamp. It's how cool you ready. Idris Babade. Give your man some boy. How can you score while I got no way?
Alright. Yanko, yes. Fede Bibia did them. Bibia added them. Okay. Mami Nyusui. Yes. Alright. MT Yatwa so ade amamo. Na delight natural mineral water and make am for ediama nsuo a utobi no anom no a delight nsuo no additive pure and clean taste and afi eco friendly packaging koji delight nsuo ni bi na onso enom na afi bibia okama emfa emal 0244085085 0244085085 ensua ojeno a delight natural mineral water na onso onomu abibia kokama e de amafe Bosheba electricals emon kania ceiling fan ahodo standing fan ahodo and afe air conditioning nyina bi e wo Bosheba ahwe de tenise en kania odi siesie ofie cables ahodo a odi siesie ofie no Bosheba ena enya ni nyina bi e de amana also watumi ato 1.5 mm Ecopim 16 mm Energy Commission approve as a cable see yebetumi edi jumantino wupe cables edi akoye wa juma e Bosheba so na obeje papa the Energy Commission and so edi atum 03220 30838 03220 30838 and afa 0536 095966 0536 095966 and no numbers out for na on a Bosheba edi nkomo afa promise herbal e bi join na fie no obeji no ni bito na ntu ya de na se emfa ema immune system no ebenya hoden a promise herbal afa general body weakness stress management and digestion improvement ni nyina make am for promise herbal no pani bi enua ye di nua hini ni nubna ni hahama ediaye ebibidro promise herbal enema ni nyina ebi enti bra na beji bi ewo na so ye wodo wani kirem ewo edum me wacho methodist aso ni hwe ni mu pa Bosheba plaza ewo honum sabron sign na and promise herbal ewo offer na 0535 544 681 05 35544 681 hello number offer na on a promise herbal edin sawaso no age inupani bi na afi obody no enso enya ne ho edi free ade nyina eho ye gina no so na ye de microphone cross nsem no edi abramu ye ba afi fisem ebeto aso na afi ye Rap Black Stars wo game ni mu proper highway sports live ewo Promise TV live on Promise Radio, live on Facebook, Promise Radio 102.7 and Promise TV. I'm on SM Air Twaso at the Amamuyeba CCR.
You're listening to 102.7 FM and online at 102.7fm.rocks. Welcome to 102.7 FM.
Promise Radio, Nyamina Aka.
Promise 102.7.
Enti konkrofon kroso na yari atofom kakra ede amamu na afen samo yensa kan na anwumre ye jamamu ewo jumadie ne so dia me hyase eden free Madrid wo mo eboboko na ase na weekendi what is Madrid reporting and I say central for Pina a report is a players ahodo and omu teams far one more omu Madrid omu reject your agent far be edema Madrid bobo kono some players in Madrid rejected Dodona a idea ba and it's a Man City player and the Manuela Kanji
Woma ofano to Madrid. Team no Esenka Madrid mefano na onko sia kan emfa emo a yesen eno de Madrid ensheda enka ho asempia omugu so a steady boy no ni situation no ma hwese bia oba ebebo Madrid wo mo eboboko no eno ya Manuel na kanje ne dia Eba eno no na meko Jonathan Ta na share ne ba chodeba any San Liverpool any tournament fair one more inquiries no mu kwa ni mu papa ni nyina ne say Jonathan Ta sama when I drink son to aso emfa Emma Bayern for Leverkusen one mu bobo ko ni biemo entino say teams ahodo na any player no Barcelona lead charge ne name Liverpool any tournament fair Womu so abere mo my inquiry said for player ne ho a womu person omunya player no na onu so ba be sia kan edin mo no Jonathan Tadiam eno so ba ye de ma mo e wo dwumadie ne so wo ko Bournemouth wo ma so ya Dean Huijsen player edin mo defender na Dean Huijsen yi massa report said Madrid I am convinced as a boy no omo tono de ne ba ebebo mo entino enche krombe hase na omadi ho nkomo ne Bournemouth edi boy na nkomo na oma hwe se possibility e wo se na Dean Huijsen wono so ebebo edin ama Madrid wo mo boboko na no e je free oba etemamo e wo dwumadie ne so na anwumre na Madrid boboko no yes o mo yam hwehwe mo na me Madrid pa ni nyina ne se na anwumre onse wate dada se e tibu kotwa Wabra Ukraine any Belgium game never so warm up and a player alone feeling discomfort ne name wo na muscle strain and Thibaut Courtois went to me and not go post mo am fam Belgium no na yesu Real Madrid bobo ko ni mo ye worried especially coach Carlo Ancelotti yes hey boy any situation now any doctors no to train come up or person ka wo man arehemu so we no injury no enye dem ha dwene bia ni nyina ne say yes Ancelotti counter on Thibaut Courtois na no o he sense o ye Champions League ni mu na Ancelotti say boy no anya no for the next game Seba so na be ha Madrid one more team na no enso kakra eba ye dema mo ewo dwumadie ne so meko FC Barcelona one more team ne mo na oko Barcelona Hansi Flick head coach Edema Barca yes so am green light SAS Monaco right back and D Eddie Van der Sar and Barca almost sporting director Deco and in paying for shots here na and AS Monaco Dinkomo Nina Hansi Flick GDS boya your friend Van der Sar about right back Edema AS Monaco no we bet me a slot in well bra still market yes second right back option Edema Jules Kunde our boss team ni Van der Sar and as I said omuko akodine unkoma and also jeba na unim say uko Everton Gerard Borthwaite or a defender says so England under 21 camp na yase boy no wakache en for say nanko hwani mu say coach and did Thomas Tuchel squad nebalo and coach Semubia obo and the 3 Lions of England and manisa wanyam a place team no mo ama yeso adin komansa da bi team no bonem wano Everton boboko no enya de be bua na ma ne national team exploit nema etumi akoye diama no enti 2 years aka on the contract so no ogitum nemu manimu ya no opese of free Everton now come a bigger club compared to Everton said the bear national team no we betumi anya bia bo abonya more minutes our club bia we person ko na Everton there boy no yesene nkomo didie ni nyina chese nya dia Everton and so ever buano eno Gerard Borthwaite ono so nkoma eba Manchester United still on the paper yes 10 players first team minimum season and dia ombe saki omo ombe tombi na fe omo enso ajabi kwan na top amongst the list players miensa team no aloni omo Marcus Rashford Anthony Jadon Sancho womunyina players at Man United aloni omo yes 10 players United prepare some be you my free team no dear players me sa we ka ho wo mu gidi say top players here one benye skeka crown say Sancho de Chelsea obligation so mo tono na yes Chelsea trans de o ma say akwa no na o mo to ma boka enti contract ni meshem SS Chelsea fairly obligation now one bet £5 million at the Manchester United Bobo Kono now my Jadon Sancho the nephew no asabe PM on the mother club and no Manchester United and Chelsea Gusua contemplate now Aston Villa and Marcus Rashford and Anthony and Robert Tize season kind of players no Eric and Man United process summer ya omuja omukwan no players from our bra one more other players come na omu team no one more so atimi reshape and so for next season and no Man United so come ebam and enumre e wo dwumadi ne so ayede mamo eno no na unim say Thiago Motta and ne sack eba na yesi players no any Cristiano Giantoli Edin Komo one director sporting Edima Juve na yesi omo be international break ni koya Thiago Motta any omo maka ni training no yesi ni training methods ni nyina no why na do say on se bi o coach no any man koye mfama sisan training methods na was so sisan coach yeso ayese Man United coach Ruben Amorim 3 back and yeshana 3 back Chesowini 3 back Obodro 3 back yes Oran was here mian minute cry 3 back no bebo enter training session and a players and account training kodi ko such sporting director say coach no ye bad training baby ogina krana say neema mfa ne ho and wayi nani na che say ni old method ya na ye training sa entin komotwetwe course no and ye say John Tolley and so bo Juve one directors na mane a omugidi say there be ade no enya ade be bo mo enu awia na one no ra no etenase a one etumi esake na and so nkomo ebe no and Fabio Capello essay Juventus pamoma pam Thiago Motta no ne kwan so anu no free results na ebam edema Juve no na nye papa na mom I go to the appointment no risk and a Juve one mu take ni nyina ne say aka 9 games pe na Serie A season no and also ba na we rent no on tiasie de ntia omontwema coach enfam team ni nwe 9 games aka was season ni mu a wo so etumi asake no eno Fabio Capello so dia wode ba na de be catch us Thiago Motta na players didn't feel no de tieni atani sack player ba ko pe na openly wa ba be cho message da coach no ase eno a player friend of Samuel Mbangula one way Juve one player now on social media and I said thank you for everything. I will never be able to thank you enough for believing in me from day one and for allowing me to achieve part of my dream. And no Samuel Mbangula who you are no free wa Juve player biani ho our babonti openly Abekase coach no more wishing all the best in the future. Now say players nankasa no now mo jitum say coach no ode omo kwamnem enti si asake na ne kwan so ano na eno aye de free oba ye de mamo efa Thiago Motta ne sake no eho ye bom abibrem games akoso World Cup qualifiers na me for update ni mamo sakra na me de Sida Clementino atwasom de amamo games ahodo enam etoja Ghana ye interest Mali any Central African Republic gamer and across 29 minutes Mali Shebi CAR one more Shebi and group I gamer toja round 6 Central African Republic nil Mali nil and Ghana a group Uko group A Guinea-Bissau etifie Burkina Faso abeshane 1-0 after 30 minutes game around 30 minutes Burkina LED by 1-0 and I feel Liberia and so Ashe Sao Tome and Principe Ekabakwa wɔn so ntumi nte ya ɛno ɛyɛ so far games a ɛtɔdwa ɛwɔ Bibrem World Cup qualifiers a yɛde ɛwɔ nsɛm no ɛde ɛma mo ɛwɔ dwumadie ne so ɛnɛ ɛnwummerɛ Guinea-Bissau 0 Burkina 1 Central African Republic 0 Mali 0 Liberia 1 Sao Tome and Principe 1 there be Sao Tome Shebi Liberia she 1 Tino yes yemfa enu nsina fe show no entwaso Tino good evening. Yes that's a shebim ne joada
okode
nyame adom bibia e fine so here okay yes
na madu da sa akode ho sen ho
and the voice no ma hu say ne option here ti omo chance e din komo omo hu say option e be bo omo nso a young boy a say obone homodem pa and also a Spanish boy
to pa no do bi mana
oh there be say I know ne dey say omo ni wi an say I know dey say utie nkomo na omo ni wi an say but oh there be say we need the season and the nkomo ne de omo di ni nyina dey see ana do nkomo no na
omo say pe we aka ho
yes omo pe din hoising so aka
ta me no be ko say premier clubs no kwa na pre no da me no be mu
da bi Madrid o mpa
sa da de nyina
unse weekend we ankasa no stories about players at Madrid Crawford far to Madrid or rejected Massa na this
offer to Madrid
e be a team say be a agent what I say on say agent be or and play about team be season and they also money mo be no wa come Madrid or some player be wa mo pana on ti Massa e reveal players a hold be say 6 omon Crawford for to Madrid or company by the hoisting we ankasa de a project the Madrid or a center back they also say no say ano the right back but we need a center back and a Madrid so say Marco Asensio exploit into omugidi he say also munye gidi won klani get time bia no be rely on penyin for no tino say Dean Hoysen so ba a Spanish boy when your national team experience intino oba
nanu ya mo fe na
yes
okay
nanu yes oka ho ntino oba ebeboa Madrid omo team no so I just say anti oka Spain under 21 team no onzo wedi kan abo ama Netherlands o ono ni nchi no o Netherlands kakra Spain kakra obo under 17 under 18 ema Netherlands ena wabo under 21 eso ede ama Spain anti ono so ne de no say Madrid any wom pa yes but who Spain omo young boys na say Pau Kubasi Barca Dean Hoysen Bournemouth Marco Asensio Madrid say so omo nya a new generation of center backs omo so page bank kra tino say omo groom omo ya no mo be formidable still na be ma Spanish team na gina unze say Spain omo yusu nkwada ne mo ai Luis de la Fuente ojidi won kwada ne
Liverpool ni kekes na kosi sai
enkomo na ba na akoda ba na akoda unze Liverpool ni say no je say mo left backs no je so mo de ba akokọ na mo de kekes aba say Robertson ho
so no ayese bokokra bia no obeko
Robertson say experience there untimi nyim fam Robertson wa yemre kra no ball na so ball
na say ne bititi fam pa
ne we de ya da bi kula ni mrika de o ye de o metwi bia fa no ho e na Chimikas ho this all the kekes ba de wo say o ma ba akokọ ti wo say o finalize san komo na san wo hu say yes we hear replacement but still na Liverpool interested and komo no eguso ekoso kekes no ni mbopa Oza Ben Moss omo nkola na omo bo
so bopa
omo do betum rika bi ma say football na ankasa oni akoma je so tena nche ma nkola ne bo because omo ntwe kra
yes mate na wa hehya na
ya de bia tuma wie ya de bia tuma wie
say here fire cho
sa
na
enra 10 also be hete
mate say o kan
wo mo group ni mi as 10 also hete pine
I see
low risk interneso ye de kakra gum ye hwese emo be 9 de 9:30 de oti boom na na say 9:30 and also ba Facebook na hu say ye de gugu onom sa na say ato Ti yeah my boys ne fan kakra e group ni.
Na wa so fine.
Say Edruba ye 10 also ne de. No ya na ebum ni twa no. Ye hwe also na ya but scanner de beto so no jese kakraka anti no ya na ije no mom. Ye last ko goose ne ho no etetoy. Ye on say baby amadum piska bu ho.
And then they very necessary, very necessary.
Piska bu.
Come na danger metro so from this side. Also watching the show live inside Ashtown. I tip Blasters to beat Madagascar this evening. Kwame Adumakun and I live from Ashtown. So is FIFA and CAF not aware of what is going on in Ghana football? Tino, if care is not taken, there is going to be a mass barrier in Ghana just because of this sponsorless league. Tino, I hope you have watched that. What happened in Tema yesterday? Akosiaba Shebi Pia. Also, the show is live inside Hamburg. Greetings to you all. DJ Richman, Peter Akosi Edu, aka DJ Richman. Danger Kwaba.
Of a major so.
Mokodie.
Oh, a Janadaruma.
Sure.
Kakra. What the Abba. She said, I to say, trying to say, a Black Stars. Ombema enijaba Ghana say na no omoyema and say man for eniji di omoye no ho
SBD so hwe na impa nkwaje samba group obi a waya SBA obi abrum ne bidie o sha na de no na ayero ho na afi ho say ye obi ka say soreba na o sha SBA obi a hye bo oni point to ana ma hwe
we need point but e ball na ye boy no ye jire ye ho anka asam tu yen enti no if say ye ball ma baso enti ofa enwumre nsu ye behwe wo mu so
yeah sure
enwumre nsu ye behwe wo mu na hwe de ombe ya ma o man Ghana ne wo mo ho ne ka na crowd ye koma wo mo ase o mo ne be gina world stage akọ demonstrate wo mo talent ne de bo wo mo ye kan na nyame ya adum na Ghana ya qualify na Anton Semenyo na okogina World Cup na we explode be mo fo no mo fo mpem mo ntena ho bium already na kasa kra no de wo ye kra no amonfo gu no so a mo pre no ho enti omo so ya na a certain benefit di ma wo mo enna I think eyi na kokan ye no Stephen Apia say yes omo ye no whilst edi ani je be ba Ghana no omo ankasa as the players no so omo benefiting so e wo ho because obezo say ukoko see there o ma de hwem pa na nsakwa so ho nti no eden ya onso so mbenya in fact omo kwa na dika nya the first benefit no because apart from say you treat scadema wo mo winning bonus per diem ni all those things that comes with it no say omo yiro ho no bono mboni yi enso so a sell wo mo de ma world football market no e ma clubs so any brebe di o ma chi di kopɛ wo mo enti players na omo bono kra de omo asodie ye omo asɛde se omo timi yiro omo kra bono mboni yi no munya results na nsɛm a Ghana ball no call for ma your rankings in no nyina aye basai Ghanaian players are not sold into the world football market no ye to say the first and nanka ye hunu no over once upon a time a Ghanaian footballer from the even Ghanaian local market was sold I think around $1 million thereabout so enti no enka samri nkezenka yakwa ke be fe be fia na say yeti say player bi o Brazil you say Man City for hu no so nkofa no you say $3 million you say player bi o Brazil you say Manchester for so much sport no o komo kofa na o be man opportunity na o dey grow you say bia $1.5 million you say $3 million you say dan ka yanso market no you say player bi o ye apie ha no ye kofa no ne bia beti ne bia nka bia $1 million $2 million $1.5 million na chese e nkran so discuss am by economy nim and then you know Ghanaian player obeti ne say or come be $200,000 $150,000 akwa could do say $50,000 before player figure na had in call our game has sunk low and it is just about the timer. Obi bia a part to play to make sure say yen nyina ya sa lifty game no. Obi a enye ne de from the administrators at the national level to the club level to the regional level to the juvenile level and at all levels. Omo part as omo ye from the coaching at all levels, from the players at all levels. And even the media, we have a part to play to make sure say our game comes back to its former glory and even gets better. Because you see a party of a Ghana football jinano. Ukrainian mini Edin Kakra. Obi the message by na no can say there will be a mass burial of a ma akosia ba asem no mama yen to ntwene wadaroma na menya side video no anopa me ba na me no di hunkomo na jawo am na me secure side video no offer watch the video very well offer that video is criminal that in our game today people go to the stadium to watch football and yet me to see any paso. And the FA till by this time of the day in Kahore, and I'm whole statement to be to even only just to even condemn the act and tell the Ghana police and say, I put that in our bank of Abahona, BBC Akwesi, Munya will be my mother corporate na munchi womo. The same game no one about chance idea you're charging no. The FA who the about chance or the same game minimum are charging. But the videos that has circulated around the globe, the same FA has turned a blind eye on it. Ghana Football Association. What can be to us we are negative? How can this me America say we any or more the fiducial responsibility to see to say our game grows very well no or my turn a blind eye on this no maybe no more negative. Sometimes you don't see how people think. I don't feel say omu nyansa ye daft.
Kakra na I think you better.
Anti offer the Black Stars of Ghana on this day a huge responsibility placed on themselves on the community coach in Sinchen to make sure they play and get results because we are the first beneficiary of the goodies that comes out of Ghana Air World Cup. Hey, Ghana for a brain Nigeria yajitum. But omuna ekojina the fact that we ball win opportunity at the World Cup. Akoya o team in Senifa Sui. There be an pay 3 home and I'm about Ghana Premier League and I'm about pay 3 pay Bobby and Company pay 3 home. When our first opportunity now call World Cup na dachi, we back call record so. Mimit way I'm come record so small World Cup because me can and san na sika bia won bia so mun yade mamo mutubi hold the whole nation hostage say yemfa musika mamo momo ayemo na wasen so any opportunity any better club dia san kwa akobo enti se emu da ma wo mo it is their responsibility a day of destiny beckoning on them from now on na me dem wogide se offer on be adwuma no media wogide so on be adwuma because one anya omo sempa
good na no pa no do we no ho de saka de no wurum kakra.
Oh yes. Yes over you see the circles no asemo no aye bisi pani nkunu haban mpanifo se bia tase ne banyansafo enye emotions enye sentiment enye pursuing personal vendetta against anybody enye hatred so we dey mu bia be fra discussion ni mu a you may get it wrong. Kotoko na wo ho sisi yi no offer the club kotoko ono amu no constitution na e run on kotoko is suspended enye adwuma ene number 1 tupo kabia don't lose sight on that. Number 2 circles no the circles is a constitutional creature. Circles no are made by itself and say by on its own. The circles is regulated by constitution. To omo de bia no a constitution a guide. And the circles cannot do anything outside the constitution that govern them. Just say bia who to me now also suspend this constitution no. But once the constitution is in force, nobody can do anything outside the constitution. And the circles biara is guided by the constitution. And until a man say a bit also where you say because they were speaking to the best of our understanding what the constitution prescribes or says. And the omabatono say upese we bibi efa home na say unim now say step constitution now you are going to create a big problem. And the ansana obia betimi atinka with any other arrangement be on mobiano, the constitution itself has to be looked at. Unfortunately for circles for no omuni leadership betimi aye bibia for constitution no, because the constitution in itself recognize leadership almost betimi aye bibia for constitution. For instance, person your amendment mimi no ti hwe yentimi free aprem ka say ye amend this circles for constitution. This is Ghana constitution, Ghana Bar Association constitution, any other constitution. There are people who has the power and the mandate and authority to make amendments. And the Ghana Bar Association for constitution GJ for yentimi nko say amend part baby ama wo just more by themselves and on constitution like I said there be I had here you can see no I had here if you say ebia I absolute embrano kra no say there enya bibi mfa ho see it is so to abayi leadership and some leadership no atimi amend the constitution no to meet the demands of the day of ampatos what they make to meet the demands of the day and I some can say wo mu kom because whilst they are looking at expansion no they cannot do it outside what the constitution says. People want expansion. People are talking about expansion. Perfect, good. But you cannot do it outside what the constitution is saying. And did you say currently now, as it pertains of today, just almost to about penny for we. That's how penny for no more calling for expansion as a look at the circles structure, body, architecture, and everything around it. No, amend constitution you know
nani say ya amende dia den na fabu sense also idea ndi omo getum na emum omo amaka ndo mum matubi omo
mentiase mento question
sa idea na mpen for the buy say omo nyusu fabu sense also mfanto NCC abato no eno di omo gi that idea na tum na emum te say omo nya circus members na omo so mum ntubi no so wonyi ntum di ade na wonka say ni idea ni nyina menyi ni nyina ntum until say e beji hye ni nyina mana ye adwuma ansa na eno di ojutum nemo buchiri koko na okodi nima
da bi omunchiri koko ni nima fa fa bu sense so no e de ya first and foremost kai hu say fa bu sense so no it is the baby of the circles and you obi fi baby na kofa ba you mama mani look like as a group beat baby and I omo dio circles na baby omo decide they say person omo call by way of omo ebe put together a data that will collect omo numbers. Fortunately for them, they met leadership at that time. Now, who say, you better may use the strength of our numbers and the generated revenue. And culture that at the end. And the contributions made by people who believe in the institution Kotoko are separate in itself from the entity called circular or your organized body.
No, side and so many idea say and so encounter you know constitution say him
constitution him how can say obetima fani use every means a generated revenue. The constitution of Ghana for instance say Ghana have a constitution e wo kwan bebre a ma e kwan Ghana aban no ebetima fa so the generated revenue.
Na me ko nu amamra we am propro amesa ba ho biem na Zach akwaba
tino
na wako there
na me adom say bibia fine
me adom
yeah me ase but if I me sha say ma me say o come on na yeah birthday na a very special birthday pa nti we dey come on na nya how birthday in family nti you dey say yeah ko ai fenisen better man dey so ona so undi umba
fa ho ba ko
baako
mmienu
yeah
oh na flash wa baako se
anti and they how birthday
oh okay
anti special birthday
oh baby hobby
and na mama na ton
oh okay
deal
yeah
wow on same okwa bon dewu mutu same eti ho o komani menu nya ho mo so wie dewu na no wie se wie emutu anti we birthday we dem say a special one oh well komani na finish na anti mo share our happy birthday na e mo pese ade ne subia na akopan de enye famma no
sure
tiro
anyway expectation bi ana
expectation
blasters
yeah hope set no omobeye demand am my so na no chrome pan say this game will be different from the Chad game no and unse after the Chad game no we yet a lot of commentaries and I remember say me ko post two or Mickey Charles post you ma even shake Tofik ebe tro say omo nshia say omo hye so aye say yen nya obotwe na nya opposition ya edi biam say an no kra ba ko pe o kroma say nipa an empe no kweka tino Chad has for bit me say Chad kroma say has bit me o me Chad for no
has dey as ko ba team ho atwato Accra Lions is some gente from Union and Council, but my show.
This Chad
yeah.
And yet, match, yes, a good from a good so much, which your bomb about so much Chad. But as a man here can't you be honest, they should lower their expectations.
Yeah.
And any genius so. Now you share how these boys will play against Madagascar today. Like I say, oh, some Madagascar, so many special. Yeah. The difference between Madagascar, Tino, and Chad, and say Madagascar goalkeeper na and the better pool, no. We say I can losing back. We say the difference between Madagascar and Chad, and say Tino, Omono, menim only one player, and almost start 11 now and omodo sia Ghana no o sia ka Madagascar kromo no and say oh boy against
omunyina so sia ka obi man so
and the say oh boy against teams like the players no omun so ebobo ewo amonone a ade o say ye ebia o players ebo better league sin omo you understand but omun suro because Tino, abochiri. The kind of training that players enyawa abochiri no. Tino, they also getting that kind of training be. And tiende San Americano Jordan Dupere, who is a goalkeeper of Madagascar. Osaka Edma Hesperant in Luxembourg. And he sa we no ne bobola. On slow True, so what I say? On slow because he is also playing in Europe. Yes, Ebia who players are playing in the better leagues. But I will say the
exposure now. No,
and to slow. And the sa Huna better no. And to Madagascar because they are equally playing in Europe. I will say I will say I want them more and more better facilities to train on. Tino Ofriwa Morgan Jean Perret on a bomb left back. Obo France Division 1 and tinka England and Championship. Oba Ghana and Division 1. Osaka Edema Olens. Ewo French France for Division 1 now on bonum no. And you see ma ye church him on Saka as we speak now, Orleans Edas 4th in the French Division 1. On France League A and League 2. And about League 2 in French France. Orleans 38 points. Our mother 4th. And the left back, our Bessia Cairo Madagascar, Morgan Jean Pierre, where I say the day you as an ebusia obo e French league league 2 and the team are vying for promotion to the French league what league A Tino sa play away on a bubble obesro just last year they me pese he say Ghana for we say person what here and what the team you know hebo na no on say enye one sabi efunu fo bi na ekwa ball no at least these are guys that are playing very well in European leagues. Tino, just last year, Nasa Morgan Jean Pierre, no one ever saying, a friend saying about the same division. You leg back, if anything around. Oh, lefty, you left back, Ghana. Gideon Mensah. Who's the team relegation? Gideon Mensah. The team no relegation last 2 seasons. The last season, Gideon Mensah ball League 2. And started almost qualify about back to the Premier League. Gideon Mensah, Elisha. Omo team relegation. And this how Morgan Pierre I can answer me. Last year on the Gideon Mensah na about the same division, French League 2 no. And this play away. Ono ebobola obusuru.
Feni beti coaches no can be saying say ema anumre hu ana say bitima hye.
You know, as far as I can say, they are equally coming with some kind of players they are playing in Europe.
Okay.
Centre back Thomas Fontaine, Oboso share. As far as I say, sir, Thomas Fontaine, centre back, 2 centre back parent, Thomas Fontaine, Eugene Messelin, and about 4 and 5. Messelin no about Beta Jerusalem, the Premier League in Israel, and a Fontaine about to share. And so on says so from me ball my 4 players about the only player on ball which more right back no I find on the dino Rado Rabi Mananjara who's on dino so way that you say that is bobo fee who's that almost half a meter of young coffee no I don't more area eba enti Madagascar ni biana locals for no mudi senete unti radar rabe man jenja odun se on do local ya enye de ko won aboche ni bia onyo ya ko won aboche e do mani bia enti dia me bo anyina nkwa na ko ba aboche na o makotwe o abani bi no enti they are changing their fortune omo captain no omo all young boys you find no Raveloson yeah Switzerland he is their captain about young boys. Tino, so what team no? Ofruwa, omo player bobo a Mumford, omo a 5 Mumford, 4-5-1. But mienu bobo Belgium. Eti Kotrich. Marco Ilai Haritra. Tino, omo Kotrich Belgium. Onifruwa Abanti also you know for El Gula Egypt and the other one now Belgium no La Poussin eti ono Truden SC Truden Belgium the one almost 45 no captain Switzerland a friend saying young boys the top team in Belgium on obo Mieru Baku Truden and Baku Kotrich and almost Shakana Olido Monosono. I think that he's also in France, Warren Cardi. And so, there be on no offense him. Also Switzerland. Tino, team na Ghana and Ewakobo and Nyumbreno. A different opponent as compared to Chad. Because these are guys that until recently, not forget, let me share a Mali Central African Republic. First half, Mobo 0-0. Sanko Fuko Chom 4-1. The same park na Mali for no central for air place wa 0-0 no. Madagascar got see almost 4-1. And today, men can say no just omo boss in Ghana for. Because that team ya ego die. Nanka enye ebini kudus obo West Ham ne Samenyomo ne Jordan mo ne United Williams mo 80 pen no mo. but I do say, you know, the zero commitment level. Say, why you say me person me a jumano, and you can have the talent, but on that day you not only the commitment, not only the penny say ube kumwa ma mind, but when they are ready maybe to die for their national team. Now go fast, but you know a game that a bit different, a bit interesting. Okay. But the Blasters must get a resource against Madagascar.
Must get a resource. Me call Akomiaho, but before that, first half resource. Namibia, any Equatorial Guinea, no dia wana wiye 1-1. Guinea-Bissau, Bobo Kina Faso half time 1-1. Yewa Liberia, any Satomi and Principe, and also Liberia lead 2-1 half time. Central African Republic said the Zaki kind on Mali. Your group no goalless draw beyond Shebi Asat now. T we NFS half resource Atutoja World Cup qualifiers no 7 p.m. Ghana Ejina Kono Akomia
over.
I mean 1 minute to be na me be call you to ado aka ahead of the game na
over o time the obi pia kwani we was 1 minute now I don't know me the hold it bank
the hold prove na ma voice
bank about to me say
na ma ba ho
to me find we was about
I know na ya sa
me amatuja and tebusani agrofa odebusama na ye me da say na asama na menu yin kitwa yi ne menu pani bafo kan ina no it goes back to one thing of our football ade ba kon football a paper and respect to your opponent. You see the point? Yes, Ghana a real child over obvious without any ambiguity. Say the child for no team no until you can compare Madagascar. In recent years in Africa, okay, one of the teams or must spring it up or modern ball a was power African football Madagascar can home. All because they also depend mostly on those players and I say on those citizens that all my brother play trade in Europe no. So omo koda say omo bringing in no omo go through very good test. Omo nya very good facilities and omo the amateur to these stages. It offer omo they don't omo slow say a stage flight. Say be share group for you na we mu dey free say one thing about them say yeah no omo bug game in unison. So here omo say omo move together, they attack together, they defend together, and commitment level and also also. So only such team will come about. First of all, you need to respect them. Say they can also beat you. Then you start doing your own thing. So as a Ghanaian, I want to see Ghana win. Yes, of course, Chad for them omo nyadi. Eti emobi on so omo nyadi. 5-0 football nay say the football could do say we show 5 now one say agro on yade but as you do at the back of your mind now you concentrate what the day and say the coach no akano he is not looking for 97%, 95% or 99. He's looking for 100% commitment. I want to believe we say sir asema Ghana for your say you players on bar when you're committed no maybe whatever as one company can what in some people around the Black Stars no matter, including the two superstars, former superstars, the Steven Appiah and Asamoah Gyan. Maybe it has gone down well with the players, and we will see that happening. So a game of you want to see total commitment from our players. Now, you say if indeed you want to go, you World Cup now. Such games, you win such games. You discover a very big game in the group, no. When yeah. Now ascend the shivers to the opposing countries no say hey Ghana team no has arrived and Ghana can do that over
me ko na Macau say nonum about pa home meet me no pepe to no the emphasis nonum pepe kra no a do hwe ba me no ntem ewram e wo Memon Al Asi Stadium e wo Morocco Blasters toa Madagascar crucial game na yede piano ediaba ye ko utu ado na the challenge ahead waka hon sam kakra edi a kire
No matter who we play against, we know that we have the strength to beat everyone. But we know football is not like simple mathematics. You can be better, you can have more chances, but still not win. So we need to be really, really focused. Nobody should take it easy. Nobody should start thinking already about the World Cup, because we need to take it step by step. It's very, very important that we stay focused until we've made the job. And now it's the whole focus about Madagascar. And we really, really want to win this match. We want to have a clean sheet. And this is what we're looking for. It's teamwork. We have to continue to work for each other. Even if somebody makes a mistake, the other one has to be there to help him out. We have to push each other in a positive way, demanding way, but very, very positive, even if things go wrong. And football is a sport of mistakes, and who does more will lose. And it's very, very important that we have a positive mindset if we make a mistake, because mistakes always happen. But the most important thing is, how do we react as a team? How do we push each other? How do we demand concentration from each other? How do we focus on our task? And this is what will be decisive at the end.
Na yenhwe enumre ability also boys no edehwe the opponent.
In our preparation of our opponent, it doesn't really matter, because we have to look forward. We could have won 10 games, and still we want to win the 11th. And statistics are good, but they don't indicate that you win or lose the next match. And so we have to really, really concentrate. We talked about Madagascar already, train some more tactical advices for the players. And I hope that everybody stays focused and concentrate on the strength of Madagascar. They have very, very good players. They play together as a team. It won't be easy. And everybody has to fulfill his individual task, but also then as a team, we have to come together as one to beat this team. We prepared them offensively, but also defensively. I think they did quite well in performing, aligned to our analysis and what we can do against Chad. And like I said, Madagascar is now a new task. It's going to be different. For us, it's always important and that the players read the game, read the signals, and read our game plan, so that we can see and also, let's say, see their weaknesses and also come in there with our strength. And it's all about reading signals, reading the system of the opponent, and knowing what we have to do as a team. And surely the leaders take a big, big role in that they, if somebody's not in his position, that they demand, they correct the position. And so we have to play to our strength, but also we have to think to see how we can hurt our opponent the most.
Yes, Otuado and Martin Nkano. As a Mojan legend, describe when you make game as psychological battle.
This kind of games is a psychological thing, there are some days that you don't need a coach, although the coach will do his job, but sometimes you have to take responsibility. Your destiny is in your own hands. You can't let somebody take something precious from you. You have 12 points, Madagascar have 10 points. You can't let them take that thing away from you. So we have to that is the most psychological part of the game. So psychologically, I think the players are ready. They know what is at stake. We are here to just push them. We are not here to play for them. They know what they can do. They've played in Europe. They are playing in Europe. They are playing in most of the best leagues in the world and stuff. So as an ex-player, I've just shared my experience with them, and that is why we are here. We shouldn't rely on the past games. We have to play them today, and that is what we are looking for. We're just looking for positive results, and that's it. We don't have to dwell on the past and talking about win and lack and these things. We want to go to the World Cup, and that is our goal for now. For us, everything is going well. The morale, the confidence level is very, very high now. You see their last performance against Chad, everything was successful. They kept their clean sheet. You can see the positive energy around the team, the big men, and everybody is happy. So what we need from them is a bit of the push. Yesterday we had a couple of meetings, and then we spoke to them, and we just need a bit of push, that commitment, and then we'll be there. The quality and everything, we have everything in the bag. We have the tools in the bag. What we need is just a bit of push, like 100%, and then we'll be good.
Yes, Asamojan and Martin Nkano. Your friend who saw young call Prosperity Ugum was so notice that the was supporters no was say Kakra Aba Omo aside.
Kudos to the supporters. If you look at now their body language in terms of the way they support when they come to watch us, it has changed. They don't rant at us. They don't use abusive words at us. Even when we make errors, which is typical, they will just roar, hey, which is normal. But previously, it was different. So I think that has also helped so much because the players are now comfortable. They are calm when they are playing at home. If you remember one of these post-match presses, supporters. I told you that some of them are not comfortable because of the way the supporters rant or use certain words at them when they make mistakes. I think this time around it has reduced. I'm hoping and praying that it goes away entirely. So because of that, they have a lot of confidence. We the coaches, we have also made them understand that each one of them has brought in a certain level of quality. There are certain attributes that they've all brought together. So it's all about synergy. It's all about bringing these qualities together, defensively and offensively. They should respect themselves on the field. Out of the field, they should respect themselves. Once there's that mutual respect amongst them, they will die for each other.
Good. House of Folk fans, GDS say 1-1 am kotwen ye e wo dance park no officiating na enye very poor. We any omo describe no. Akomia.
Yeah, to start with that, me feel say much as say feel say in football no improve no. One aspect of the be ameta kan any that officiating no. Much as you feel say any the safety and security protocols no boa ma yakoye anim no. Say referee so do omura mu bi. Because then nobody will harass you. Obi had the opportunity to come to that dressing room to harass a referee. As the who could boa adiana was yana usi unimi ye no. And dia foul so be that na akwa SBT. There are genuine mistakes, I admit. But who clear the distinction between a genuine mistake and a deliberate one? The referees must be, should be, must be, because the person give no a tumpon. Then to me, and referees no. Ghana football ebe move. Said the person quarter referees play key role because a key stakeholder as far as in football is concerned. And don't you know? Your pocket of incidents are involving referees. So say that many shows will be complaining about the security aspect of it. You start after departure, pole ko ye, and then nyama mda tutu many shows say ubenya center bia Premier League level will be able complaining. Say call you know you harass supporters be say of us what to be having TV. So referees no yes the omu ye ya. It means omu the omu sakrai. Omu na so ti the omu tena person will say football no. And somebody must talk to them. Say a football no anamo tuo no ebe kwa animu a the referees no play a key role. They should respect the yeye. No more for omunyim. They na yenko. So ko jump park so we say na ko try them and making sure the two teams will be invested and not buy. But you know, so we this high investment you know. Na nya selfish. Say media me say just can me favor will be. And father papa ma.
General foot na dem referees.
Yes, because I say after all this the see na eba you know, unya kakra say referees mo ye. Unlike Ebia they na Gazali Kafa Rastom Gamali run the we were there. We saw officiating. At least you give him some 70-75%. You see the point? Or to 80%.
It's bad.
Oh, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. But then, as individuals as we are, Obe PKB one incident. Be not Olusumacha. No, I dwell on that on a referees be say. But and yes, Sabina there said the name Ghana referees be said that this abone no there. MYA football, no football no enko anymore and amonto no. And FA no must be hard on that. FA no hard. That's why some of us here fight to say Obusika FA in Germany come no. Say a thing of the past. Say referees seek as you trying promptly. Say the beya and give you room for Sane man say you know. Now you need that I say that such is me go home no film. I say obi fly away a team is stronger or ko share obi. I don't be to House of Folk our Crash Stadium. But House of Folk and me nko share team be out home to say baby any. I'm not saying that maybe I change the house cano. But if indeed Saturday no wa say baby any no bet ma ko share house wa kra. And I hasn't to say baby any go start. Oh baby any. And then a blockade for a very good away team to win. on away soil. That will be as a home team winning. So I think simply before referees no, yeah, can't pull it there. Can ask a more of supporters any team no name yeah, any officials name yeah. I say yeah, said that answer very referees no there and can ye. I don't want to be no one can ye.
I mean, supporters no man not was.
Nice football you giant witness here, but officiating with officiation and very bad. What's the first penalty now? Although or Giano, many penalty gasa, but I am the supporters here and Asian and to penalty to a nice man who come from the Kasaya or chance about in your penalty out this Aladoya. And so do what also such a penalty moment. But I say dance park Nakasania Bahas of Yelusu, your best draw. Somebody here, Isaac Messa Mutamuya, last minute Ganetiaka. Yeah, in that. You say your home team, the Bibia Bacamomo, officiating no Bibia Bacamomo, intimidation here, but all the same, you stand it tall. You know 1 point, say, I am Yassi. Any guy that was it. I have one, maybe we'll go back 1 year, and yeah, what's that? I want to be since there's something like this is on the map, but the cash in your mail when I'm saying, as a bar, then it's a bias, you better go to the then I have a and I have
I don't want an American. You ever say nice football? Referees are key stakeholders. And he has almost 2 months for. Yes, but most of some young referees abamu. And not any way I can say or a young one no deep bohunu to paso saying game. Let's talk to them. Black Stars offer now may come Madagascar for us. So your coach Otuado someone now actually he seems to confirm and send me an America say they play unison. When we are one team, I'm surprised. I'm also playing to the outside, but we are more that understanding among the players. No, it was super. They play, they defend together, they attack together, and the almost how they regroup. Say on bit must retrieve ball very high. It's only such team about brepa of a team or more playing unison. No more brepa. So I know say yes, Ghana is not going to have it easy. But like as a Moja Eka, you know, psychological battle. So if you are playing against Madagascar, or no 10 points, Ghana 12 points. That's where the psychological aspect. Cannot say you go to say, yeah, Madagascar for Ensayo because almost shower almost about 13 points. You remain at 12. Or I say, yeah, Madagascar Ensayo. Game we all out. The West should be drawn by young Ghana for no. A situation where I say, oh, na, share na, qualify na mathematics said they be a Ghana, you know. And because of that, no, we need to win. We need to win at all costs. You know, over a game, Ghana for a come actually. If say yeah, come a free Black Stars no so. I won't blame any Ghanaian no free say Black Stars more than about more buntino. I say no more, you know. Of our on person document be the attribute. Normal with Obia. But with the child game, no. I say Eddie sir spirit in the back. Titina the Black Stars offer. You league every man go you every man then every man then. Black Stars a bar and who's a Kotokoni has of folk supporters. Other team supporters only come together. They sing one song. That is the Black Stars. So we need to win that confidence back. That's an America say yes. A bit free say now say you reject one because of one performance. Just some come ABB and Sana. Yes, I don't their mom. I stand against that. You know, let me free say like about the phone.
You be asking performance,
I obviously good performance. Tell about the cell phone. Or call papa, or man papa, the padium didn't or no chef and the man. No, I'll call blue, you know, or by papa Jino. Of our Bible, no, nim, Meboa.
Our general tour a party class. I'm a Sadimano.
You see the point? Yes, the Omapanine, the ministers, any power more Ben Blasters on way, you know. That is the way to go. That's the way to go. And Black Star, no, a football, no. You ain't mean football, but we always have that Black Stars. I have some Bomaye. it is Senema Ako a former. We need to encourage them.
And who expected the same squad that they ball against Chad na.
So football motaka say you don't change a winning team. But some coaches bet me at 1 or 2 B. Right, a bit more so freeze a strategy wise this time me me ball me ball away me me close me team kakra. But the entire team no obe maintain no you 1 or 2 B. One sister a winning team. You see the point? Odo was say me much more attacking conscious. But who person more approach game. So I want to attack. So instead of this player no, first me ball double pivot. Now me person me ball 1. Now me did the akano. Me pushy echo attack. I'm making sure say bet me attack here. Of about just what I say. All these things happens. But yeah, now the core of the team now expect to be. So I expect at least 8 or 9 of the players a ball started against Chad no. So started game with your number. But one maybe 5 new 6 players. Baby Roma and I say defeat me. One results happen now and I coach you say no.
So I expect O'Shea was sorry who knows but just said you may watch it.
He was not tried the most by minimum no. You know, first I was looking for the confident no bet mania. Me 1 or 2 instances be I could see that confident in him. He's an old goalkeeper. Onyakoda. Old goalkeeper. Keepers me know when you watch on penny home. And our system no match. So that confident no more or less me who kakra onimu. And I can't about so much no Japa. So a day na coach who your man da match against Chad no. Na 1-2 days. Oh who have been assistant. And he did not concede whatever been the case. So actually say ono na still who say keepers me say be share you know. The modern bo osro and have order. So I want to see him keeping the post again.
Okay.
Now right? Because say we I started to offer and offer no. These guys have been around all this while. But my sorry, but I said yes I have to lure the home support another day. I want to believe say he mean business. I don't know who will be different from I started home from other goalkeepers no. I want to die. So I didn't see anything wrong. Say coach knows allow no say on this time around. So over by 7 o'clock you better transfer here.
Okay.
Yes, the Ametaka say promise 102.7. You better to Jeffrey ha.
Okay.
Now you cherish listeners no at the Black Star Sinker. To say kaka na be adwumanti untimi enkota TV achi enhwe bia. Ebia now the one TV bia wet mo hwe bia. Listen to Promise FM. Promise FM. Ebema the account of the ACA. Ewo Morocco horo. Bibi bia pani oto from krana ibeka kiremo.
Okay.
Say the bia yen no. Ndova.
Mate, say
promise for you.
Over. What happened here? I think say a lot be dependent. Say what steady Mali game na me monitor kakra. At the end of first half na 0-0. So what I say. Mali match no mo boni 0-0. Twaso sa over. It's about 67 minutes. And he say the live standing in the Juma. There's a Mali beba 9 points. If the game ends in a draw, na Central African Republic remaining at 5. Say before Ghana Club Bonnie lead Mali by 3 points. With Mali or Besamba Ghana has it. Say so we lead Mali 3 points before kickoff. Now Obama to Michel Madagascar. Say you extend the gap between one Mali to 6. Now I extended the gap between one Madagascar to 5. Over with 4 matches to go. 4 no bebo home mienu. Now waba away mienu. Meaning say away plus Chad. The weakest opponent in the group. Whilst Madagascar they winning him well leading the 5 without playing him. But fortunately for Ghana, Bebo Mali and Comoros Ukruma. So based on their Central African Republic here in Sabri, say twice or even if they better it and win, There's a Ghana beating Madagascar to take them out of the equation would be the best for all of us. As well as Madagascar and we in every common. Over, we are expecting them to deliver. On say, some number. What I say, and Ghana to me ball cup qualifies top in the group. A free group no could share Egypt. A channel 6 Ghana. Emma Egypt 1. No, I could Egypt 2, I could lose 2-1. Which you need at that time, me I qualify with that. Nanya sem any modern one na bafom. Any try who I incha. Any nya coach na onhu the oil no who bench wa. And at this point, based on how ye picky at the right time, no. This qualifiers should not be a discussion, especially after Sieko PMU or Mali home Koshomo. Because Senka upe opponent and who of Anke Mali. Yes, Comoros are my signs. But Anka Comoros nye opponent or the clouds or what that character. Say on a Ghana or group mu or the high. But just like Ghana, yes, started here sorry or World Cup qualifies mu. South Africa near Kosheno. Nadia Congo ya Seno. Cape Verde, okay, you bomb home and away. Yes, you're sorry, you call 2006, call 2010, call 2014. Now, if you're about to say Ghana no World Cup qualifier, I'm about to no. Yent me call 2018, but yet Nigeria of Abekai, Baba, home and away on kind of saying, I will go rule that time via Araba, a qualify. Tikaushe di pa, can do hot ye on. But a mother man at Tiaban Ama over imagine say maybe we'll talk about the league another day. But so could check Kotoko and has performance from 2000. LBC 2008. A drop of form and I'm on more points number for mamas they say the gold stars munya because of Kotoko Bosu. First, not the gold stars munya and say I no munya. But Kotoko and Hearts no must bring Kiabo 23 matches on. And Kabo could no obey 54 points. Because 23 matches we are talking about 69 points. We come now Kotoko 54. Of a Kotoko 54, Ghost Stars of 41, Kwachinimu almost 12-13 points. So I understand that I know my set it. But I'm not drop on my see off for anything. I bang. Instead of Ghana drop on any man Ghana for who said, ya bear see off for be to Tom your mom year free. Send you starting in 2006, you started see a yinko for film. That is why we are shaking. The AFCON qualifier and how shambolic a performance here are taking away the confidence of Ghanaians out of the Blasters, and they need to restore that confidence. A 17 and some Sama Ghana for you say yenimbo. Now over. So check it a young comedian ma. Madagascar abo 2 matches. Ewo a year qualifies you are we. Ewo home. Of a winning back on and a omabo draw a year back. And yen him so mobile home away from home. Mtinka o share World Cup qualify no mupa. Madagascar ne Mali ball draw. Ewo ni fie. And a Ose Comoros 2-1. Inti, they are not really a boogie side when it comes to the conversation. They've been doing well in some of the away matches. And then it's me shoot your mama abeda, baby your mother say. But fortunately for us, we are playing Madagascar at a neutral venue. If we really want to qualify, and you can say common here, we need to tenacity mathematics be Oman 2-0 be. Oman 1-0 be 3-0 be over Ode Kowenim. Then Comoros, Mali in Ghana, you finish them. Chad in Central African Republic. Now you can even qualify ahead of baby about 2 matches and some permutations now be about a lot of conversations.
Must win.
You don't need anybody to tell you.
Really? Nah.
After how disappointing Ghanaians will have gone, the best they can do is to reward Ghanaians with some form of happiness when it comes to this World Cup.
Draw crime, yes how.
Of course, draw the now say you are still dragging us into the mathematics, no. Shenene.
Yes.
Mali game no of Egusu Koso. Koso I monitor. I'm about 73 minutes and it's still 0-0.
Oh my, yeah.
And this year Mali stays at 9 points. You beat Madagascar today, say I'm starting an American. Of our move 15 points. O 6 or about home. Of our 6 more about home. Then say, what man I diamano. The Madagascar will also remain at the 10 now. Of our 5 points. It does say what him. That is what Ghana need today. Now, do we have the abilities of Kenya AFCON? Anyhow, there were a lot of tactical imbalance. Ewo ye team numa ka we nya nkomo. Of our study as at now, we still don't have an established goalkeeper for the Black Stars.
For sure.
Sabriam Nugusu kase.
Because I will coach Statibi and Tiziki Bedem and Rani so.
Asari Abeda. That is the issue. You don't have an established one. And your body in Kase Black Stars, your number one goalkeeper, Yenibi. These are the tactical issues. For a child here, BBS ya Jikuni Sali Sunana Eden, Ebebo. When maybe Gideon Mensa, and your injury Abama, Tarek Lam, Timoni, and the name Timiamba, and my right side horses Sakakra. But all in all, na later on maybe I lead you say the most support to the other. For the defensive unit, and your injury we seems to have an okay defense. But the critical questions here, the perfect front three for an attack. Yeah, attack no. Nipa mi ensabe ni esi so mo animu a. Omo betimi abo a, di omo club level no betimi abeyebu ha. We still have not solved that issue. I cannot use Chad as a perfect litmus test for the Black Stars strength. Meant to be for Chad any X-ray for the Black Stars because clearly we see what is happening in the group. Almost negative 13 goals. Over. And they have 0 points. So such an opponent ain't me penetrating with team room. Emma who the real cracks in your team. If Ghana, Inaki, Jordan, Semenyo, Kudus behind. Says our partnership here, the above 5 matches. Ayenya category A teams. Bear me and Sebi womb. And yet me they are survival where all these 3 players flow the goals are. And even if they are not flowing the goals, they are repeating some form of performance. A CUT and I closer to what they are doing in their respective clubs are. It gives Ghanaians the confidence that we can easily mention our front three. During the glory days of the Black Stars. Of our name now, Bobo 6. Msa Antoniana Nye. Ebiane isi na kana ho. Muntari bo aha. Dede bebo aha. Stema pia mbo akwadwa Samoa na ebo. Asamoah ja na elidi. Ebia de Majid Waris be partner no. The late Rafael Rafael Jamana. Ebia de ne partner no. Ebia ye de Akwesi Apia partner no. But every time we had a constant in Asamoah Jan. He's been partnered by Yeshe Black Stars available players or Amanonia. They all form a Edine Kano. We had a Koja Samoa static. Midfield, either Wakasu, either a free Akwamo. Oh, na Shakakra. But it's Washa. As a from defense, walk any morning in answer, dance say. And I'm a catch you because cause similar problem. In terms of Minta, Kwame Poku, Edukune Albertamo and Shisheno, Saka Awuchi, and Shishe, Sana Black Stars the NHA. So if any say Inakibo, now me who the speed, the confidence, the decision making of Inaki, the recovery, the take-ons, yo, Atletico Bilbao. Bilbao is part of the teams that me qualified. Bilbao is doing well in the Europa League, and a lot of credit comma Inaki and in Indiana up front, especially Inaki for his leadership role on the lead. Then we look at Semenyo, excellent performance. Look at Jordan. Yes, Leicester were more challenges this season, but the work rate near Kudus enya a bad second half, especially 2025. Yehu Kudus bebre. But I want to see how these 4 can function well. If you're watching NS Nyama, about glimpses of hope French League and Olympic Lyon pa. But Obahana transforming that to the team is a problem.
I Chadi de Binusi Bianca and Command man of the match.
And I make us say, Chad asem, my cat say Chad asem no.
And to me from
no so woman common numbe. And yes, all my yadio or from my yard, but this was an opponent that you won't sweat to beat them. And to tell you, I'm saying it's a partnership near to build it. And yet, they are 4, 5, 6 matches. A category A4 bear me and Sebi wom, home. And I'm at me flow the way I'm flow against Chad. I'm not even looking at the total scoreline. Say be a better 5, you better 4 near, I don't know. Sometimes you're even looking at how the players operate on a club side, you know. And even the exact system a coach in person or the Omobono, whether they're able to satisfy the demands and direction of the manager. Whether coach need the free as a sub at Naba or Bema Timus on and I'm game and I saw Timus a ball and Bobby. Also, your ball be off our ball or being go. But at the end of the day, your ball more met me running show now about Boni the account. Recently, watch Barcelona. Pedri is not always on the score sheet. But if ever we near about Pedri, didn't ya? Do you dia you expected from position now or bono? And what can you what done and do a park and so? So that has always been my issue. So one thing is clear. It's clearly a team of talent. But we are yet to get the balance so that they will operate as a unit. Talent we boha. But yeah, come boom. I'm one say we mu the omo ball mu tiomo ase. A typical example would be how to folk in 2000. Kotoko in 2003 under Razak at 2004 they call Confederations Cup. How to folk from 2000 Urban, which means that this is a team. You don't struggle to mention the first 11. And one sample first 11er. As obian in Juma or do a park and so any more so the boy will be man and money boss so any. That is what is lacking in the Blasters, and this is technical and tactical. And I would want to see that. Madagascar is not a class A or more category A, but they are an opponent because of how yet declining in our performance, they can expose some of our challenges. So, as to say, a surrender and a surrender, child game ain't me expose, you know. But sometimes, over your keepers be obey me at the bear format, but keep away the lucky ball connoisseur. But sometimes your Friday be organization. How the keeper organizes and control his backline. I'll say, yes, you do trust and names and a chacha. Normally, I would not change out to move a cheering at ya. So, a goalkeeper, our the ability, depending on the quality of the goalkeeper, a goalkeeper, or Timis kind of field, no. A detective spaces are center back and a on your aware of. So, the positional awareness of a goalkeeper and how the goalkeeper is able to sniff threats and risk. Let me play a part. How obession echiro. Emma born one hey crowd to be found before. It was a player be a free wa obetian defender and sesha. And the moment defender and beshon, he will close the player before say born about to born about do both a defender and pick ball simple. Yes, goalkeeper there, boy and cornerstone. After the game, of the catcher and yes with training, he was the best.
Okay.
Salom catcher. So he displayed enough performance to convince them that, or the courage and the confidence to lead the Blasters. Asari a matured goalkeeper.
Yes, sir. Chad in the training also.
And a year. The bottom line is whoever is starting. Of I mean, maintain I say Anomuka and we are Freddie player. We are and I'm saying one you. Whoever is starting at the end of the day should be able to put up performance. Yeah, teaching you need training ground, so but we will be convinced that he is better than a moment bench. So if a star is starting, Bob Yabakon is to be an SSC Yenya Kukudro said, wait, dear, the modern one is so an engineer in them. Other Black Galaxies. Unfortunately, we were not able to qualify against Ayemali. Yesha Ghana Premier League in terms of clean sheet, consistency over the years. He's been around for the past 4 years. On the offer, we check Jimmy Vardy. Vardy, I hit it top in the early 20s. basically a fan fair time avoid the team best shata we are seeing no nanka be fan say wa emre honor players be bra emre obi an time was shining he might be 32 years but he be behind the scenes not get the experience and leading amana baba the big fish. So my focus is simple. Whoever the Bobonidin was starting 11 and then should be someone that would deliver results to confirm the decision of the coach. Sometimes don't say a ball. Over me who's one man
mentality be any fanko game him all out or defend the crabby and then
say over. I believe they've worked on the Madagascar team.
Okay.
I believe they worked on him, pa. They know their strengths and weaknesses. That should decide how you play. And even tactical flexibility. Opponent-based strategy. Flexibility ni say what you done there be no free ebuakwa eba so full alpha main road. Hona e o kwan a wani je ho pa. Be na no through. Kona bi won say traffic e bo ho. So when you're flexible and south kwan kofa monchimonka bi so ube late. But you are rigid in because media me fa into hara me fa. Transfer that to football. Coach was me 4-3-3 with these players to occupy these roles. Oko se open I say them ne ball no bono. No crazy nyame no do system ko sia na obehyew. As so you are flexible enough to change your system so that weakness no be limited no. No amplify was trying to beat your opponent. Sign and community. So I'm expecting us to be flexible and be opponent-based strategy. Opponent near scouting, no. Now what are they saying? Ejina midfield and I say ejina attack, and ejina defense. Do we need to overload them or more final third, or we need a mid block to prevent them during their transitions?
Okay.
And no, your tactical meaning so to adumbe. But at the end of the day, their decisions on the field must justify the reasons behind the decisions. Say ya teacher because where the my idea. Coach beat me a change. What is now then was a player, and then was a player. 2 minutes are playing in Regional Parks. Nothing what the entire coach in there. Make that change. Even though you are not on the field, but the changes of the coach now the results are solving problem there. What teacher to move our coach in Abaso. That is what we are demanding. We are demanding a win. We are demanding justifications behind their systems. Your conviction, and for them to get the applause. This is not a game over. Mathematics. We must win this game because they are fully aware of the task that is ahead. 85 minutes played, and it's still 0-0 between Central African Republic and Mali. Beat Madagascar and move to the next stage of
yes. You need to tell you said they say over 5 minutes to go. Still going to enter from Central and in Mali gamer to Ghana. Me ko danger how ko do. Yes, message about Ade Thomas. Si solo monya na mo faninka group no ho na code no monya na mo activate mano na onya action. Ahmed Barisu Richard o message etimi aba ma me say wa so any danger nya adwene cross say there otumfo na take over everything the whether mraye adwuma mranya adwuma wenu ana edidia him ti yes adwene ba St Mark odia aba on board of Kofi Emmanuel Owusu good on so aba on board na nakwasi amunyina no to be gumu 5 kodwo ben Percy Ghana abeku mame se wa aba once again Sam Kedua on so aba ebi ewa ha eno ti menko danger hona yento asonfo danger
ofa me pato nipa na so on me nya adwene asembe a
circus je no se CCD otumfo na na yeni timunti bibia hona ewo
aseni sen
memhwe
asembe ka no obi me say the circles is a constitutional creature. Therefore, bibia we biano, it is backed by the constitution. You cannot sidestep the constitution and do what you would think you want to do. And your emotions, and your sentiments, and your feeling, and your hatred for somebody, and your pursuing personal vendetta, and your no best BBA. Constitution circles now or more constitution. You understand the amendment. If there's no constitution, do you do amendments?
Otumfo has taken over everything Kotoko. Now there's instruction from above.
Who has given that instruction? What is that instruction? Any day.
I miss a
instruction here there. What is the instruction?
Once or two for Bohoka de Bibia.
Circus no be a mohunka. Oman a yomu norma. If so, Ebiana is also one crowd. Circus no. Oman in fact circus cross spend on the Kotoko today. That is what people don't want to say the truth.
But the can they say
and you know young kind of crunch them for no munim no
almost spending Kotoko more the hotel.
You see, I omu ye ka nkomana ye die no circles any o mabatoa abesin sen omu komu a omu ntimi hu enya a nipa bi no pese omu twist ne say yen rope in people who has nothing to do with the circles miminti bi da and sankofo no omu conscience, does the conscience tell them that say the omu ka no senkan omu anka be yi obi a onni ade no hu bibia ye te hanom me a member of swag. Who told you swag doesn't have its own challenges? Some members are almost swag. Who told you we don't have our own challenges, either in our media houses or as a swag as an entity? And this year got to swag bar. Now obitin say or no where also or practicing journalism and I say or you be there for a man to be. Is that what they are saying? If you are interested, you join. It's as simple as that. Open say okay won't be a joining. Say what you know your groups offer. One journey Asbog.
And
one to say could be by from Asbog.
I'm a kite, dear my band.
One journey, but so to say could by from Asbog. They were fighting for the same privileges now. Not swag one. Baumanya. Because swag, not swag, and recognition way back. No more for say the same argument here. And today, me can say some of the then Asbog members and swag executive today. Eventually, say they have to join the mother body. Then say you better sprinter groups, warriors. Go back to other sprinter groups now.
For that matter, when I had the debate, Kokobo Krobo for my Abia baby of funny face and made you out to say this wine there, Fabu senses no munusuna, or more circus and infanto. But going forward, Sanko for no young cognizum san say, over amongst all AEBB
of Ampacho, any game. I have said this and I'm saying it here again. Ghana highway. Or mine, say Ghana itself is a constitutional creature. Or mine, it's a constitution, or mine, a fence, bra. Yet, wouldn't mean you are there outside the